Hello everyone, I am Tacit and welcome to the Gems of War Campaign 18, Week 9, Day 1. Of course, today we end up covering in the weekly video, but we got ourselves the big Whitehelm rework. They did end up tweaking a lot, though only 2 of those changes really mattered pretty much at all, and it was the 2 changes that they made to the mythics. Otherwise, there's just some small number changes here and there, a couple angel gems here and there, stuff like that. But the 2 pretty substantial ones were the Archdiva buff and the Guard Avatar buff. The Archdiva buff definitely makes the biggest impact. Not only was his base value increased a few, however, it was also given an entire extra 1 times extra multiplier. Before it was based on 2 times his magic, now it's based on 3 times his magic plus 3 or plus 5 or something? Somewhere around there. Actually, we could kind of do it from the, let's see. Yeah, it's 3 times his magic plus 3 is what it is now. Whereas I believe before was 2 times his magic plus 1. So it has a 2 higher base value and a whole extra 1 times multiplier on that. And that's a lot of extra stats. But yeah, at our current range, it's 47 more than what he had before, which is pretty solid. It's 47 extra life, attack, and armor. And while it's very niche that you would generally use buffers like this, he's one of the few that actually can get used, simply because of how much stats he gives in such a short duration and how he gives mana. He gives anything you target full mana. So if you're doing on something with a really high mana cost, it's really beneficial. And this works really good on skull spam related things, as they utilize all 3 to stats: attack, HP, and armor. HP and armor to not die, attack for very high amount of damage, and obviously all the mana goes straight into a very high mana cost, so it's working out pretty solid. Aside from that, we did get our guard buff. I don't feel like guard will be used for anything new, but what it was already used for, it does better now. So the big change they made to him is he now has a 1-to-1 boost ratio. Not for his armor, but for his magic. So before, his magic used to do half of his magic, basically. So for example, 45 would have done 22 additional damage on top of his 2 base value. So before it would have been like 24, 25 damage. Now it is 47. Not taking into account, of course, the armor boost ratio yet. But that is pretty substantial. The biggest benefit that this actually gives is it allows them to be magic-based now, rather than armor-based, in the sense that you can actually set magic medals on him when using him. You no longer have to set guard medals, ironically, even though he's literally called Guard's Avatar. It is actually better to run niches on him now. The main reason for this is he gains the same amount of total damage from gaining magic as he does armor, and given that the rest of your team would gain more of a benefit from magic than armor, you just simply go magic on him now. Obviously, you still can go armor boost ratio teams, and a lot of the context that he's used, you're not really buffing his armor, you're simply just using him to one-shot the opposing team under various restrictions, most notably Tuesday faction events, but there's a few other niche situations where it comes out. But, yeah, overall, nice little buff. For the most part, not really switching up much with Whitehelm. Whitehelm, I would say, as a whole, is still a pretty underwhelming kingdom. I don't know, we'll find out next Whitehelm event and kind of see how Underspire ends up panning out. But, I don't know, Whitehelm, like, didn't become good. Like, everything that was already good here is still good, if not better. And everything that was bad here is still, well, just as bad. I guess Lady Sapphira got a pretty big buff now that she actually steals life. She used to have the 4 life 2 attack gain from like billion years ago, back in 2015. Yeah, as far as this place though, everything that was already good just is still good. So obviously you're still using Sister Superior for cleanse. You're still using Angry Mob for mana. You still can use Topaz Giant if you're earlier on in the game and you need like a mid-range kind of mana thing. You're still using Mercy for its power. Like, nothing really changed here. You're still using Gargoyle for its attack boost ratio, this thing for silence, this thing to make Tesla one of the strongest troops in the game, this thing to buff a skull spammer, this thing for quick kill stuff. I guess one other one that got a pretty big buff was Celestasia. I didn't really mention it much in the video, but it does have a 2 higher gem spawn now and has a 1.5 times ratio for his life gain instead of the original 1 times. Personally, I don't feel like this is going to do enough. Biggest issue with its final trait is that barrier only applies to itself. So extra turn spamming with this thing does not barrier your whole team. It simply just keeps re-barriering your Celestasia, which is very useless. The other thing that's kind of weird about it that I'm surprised they didn't give is it only does a life gain. Is that a little bit weird that it doesn't do a life and armor gain? Or even just purely armor. But, mostly because there's quite a few things in this kingdom that do benefit from having higher armor. Like a handful of them. It's just kind of weird that it itself doesn't also have a mechanic that can assist with it. At least doing both life and armor. Like, personally, I feel like it would have been a lot stronger. It still wouldn't have been that viable. But it would have been a lot stronger if they, instead of giving it a 1.5 times boost ratio, they kept it at 1 times, but made it life and armor, so that you can, you know, actually utilize armor for things like Guard's Avatar, or that new legend that we don't have here because we don't own it yet. Like this guy, which is basically Guard's Avatar but cheaper. Yeah, like stuff like that. I'm not sure why they didn't do that. I don't know. A lot of weird changes that didn't really do much overall, other than just kind of buff the mythics. Also, it was really noticeable that they mostly put all the good buffs in the mythics, which kind of makes sense because obviously they want people going for the higher rarity stuff. But the mythics and even the legends definitely got the better buffs compared to the low rarity stuff. Whereas the low rarity stuff basically has got some numbers moved around for the most part, so a little unfortunate there overall. Anyways, we'll start doing things. Obviously, the main thing we're going to be doing today, as the title says, is good old Tower of Dooooom. Surprisingly, after all these battles I've already done, that's not done yet. I actually already did all PvP too. We're actually done with that if we want to be. I actually think the buff is still running. So we could use it some if we want to. Oh wait, I'm not done. Wait, I only got 2 out of 3 Valhawks when I did that? Wait, I kind of want to go get another Valhawk now. Wait, how are we not done with PvP? I was doing it pretty idly while I was eating dinner. And I just kind of assumed, like, oh, that'll be enough to get it done. I didn't actually check to see the exact number. I just assumed, oh yeah, we found all 3 by now. Apparently not. Okay, let me go get the 3rd one right now. So we don't have to deal with PvP the rest of the stream. Let's get out of the way now while we still have the buff. Not like it's going to expire anytime soon. The buff's still going for 2.5 hours. I don't think it's going anywhere. I think we'll be fine, but still, we'll start with this, I guess, real quick. Campaign tasks are really easy this week. Campaign tasks are always easy. Though I guess they are extra easy this time around. I think the hardest one was like kill 100 brown or something. Which is dependent on you doing battles that actually have browns in them. Actually, do we have a brown PvP this week? We could technically go there, though. It's not really that needed. No, we don't have a brown one. That would have made that super free. That obviously still pretty easy without it. Pretty much every team has at least a brown or 2 on it. There we go. Okay, we got our Valhawk. Let's go do Tower of Doom now. This Tower of Doom is going to take quite a while. Definitely going to be the main thing we'll prioritize there. That PvP's done, don't need to mess with that. Which just leaves, actually, while we're kind of on a daily streak. Oh, excuse me. Maybe we do clear all dailies before we go head over there. Because honestly, we're pretty much already there. I already did all the kills. Oh yeah, don't forget. I haven't mentioned that yet this stream. Don't forget every single day for the next 2 weeks. Or, you know, today and then every day until 2 weeks from now. Be doing your daily Kingdom Pass thing. Even if you're just doing free side, highly advise doing so. There's a bunch of knick-knack loots that you get. Even more so if you do the paid side. All of this will be available for in-game currency in a couple months from now. But for the most part, yeah, definitely worth doing. Main thing you need to do is basically just... you get these from several battles. Though similar to Vault events, the quickest way of doing it is simply just go to Explore and quick kill it. It takes like 10 minutes, give or take a few minutes. Even with Rowan team, it's pretty quick to end up doing this. You have to kill 10 of them per day to get 20 crowns. And eventually you'll get all the rewards from doing so. I think there's only like 2 days of leeway too, so you got to make sure you actually do it pretty much every single day. As I believe you could only miss 2 or 3 days to get all rewards. Because you move up, what, 4 tiers a day. Which means it would take, what is that, 12 days? No, it would take 13 days. Wait, there's only 1 day of leeway? Yeah, there's only a day and a half of leeway. Oh wow, that's harsh. Yeah, you can only really miss 1 day while still getting all rewards without having to spend any extra currency. So yeah, that's a little tight. I forgot, ever since they made it a 2-week system instead of a 5-week system, it went from like a 2-week long leeway to a 1 day long leeway. So yeah, you can only miss 1 day out of the 14. Obviously don't try to miss any, just so you do have that backup day. But yeah, I forgot it's actually that tight. That is extremely tight. Oh, do we get to play Guess the Door? I haven't done Guess the Door in a while. Hey! It's time to play Guess That Door! Yeah, we'll hand out an extra code if we get... let's see. Gosh, I keep forgetting. They changed how the poll system works. It looks so much different now on my end. Let's see. Guess That Door! To go with Tower of Doom! Anyways, you guys know the drill. 4, 5, 6. What did YouTube do? They keep messing with things. Change it back. It looks so weird now. Also, does it look white to anyone else? That's so weird. Why does it look white on one of my computers and still the old blue on my other? I don't know, but in chat, do you guys see the poll as white or blue? Or some other color. It shouldn't be a different color. But if you see it's a different color, let me know as well. It should either be white or blue. I'm curious. Which one do you guys see? Because on one of mine, it's blue. On the other one, it's white. Anyways, let's see. And I hate the white one. I don't know how to change it. Unknown error? The game's even confused. Alright, I'll take that one. I remember when Justice was the meta in this game. There's a lot of people that actually quit during that time. Imagine how much Stellaryx is on every single team right now. Justice was just as bad at its peak usability. We're basically the only viable team in the entire... Well, that's actually not true these days, though. So, to some degree, Justice was even worse around its time. But there was a point when the only viable team to run in the entire game was Justice with Valkyrie. Because the only way to really gain souls at the time was to use Valkyrie on your team, for the most part. And the best synergy for it was using it with Justice. So basically every single team had to be a Valkyrie Justice team. And it composed of like 95% of every team in the entire game. It was so bad. That was back around peak Mab too, Queen Mab. Alright, it looks like 5, 4 are pretty high up there. It does look like 5 is winning though. Alright, we'll just go 5, I guess. Let's see, is it going to move any? Anyone else going to vote? Anyone? Also, definitely feel free to leave a like on the stream. Helps a lot and is greatly appreciated while you're clicking buttons. Thank you. Also, did I not say hello to everyone? Let me go do that while we're waiting on the last of the poll, I guess. Hello! Let me start from, where's the beginning of it? Gosh, I need to move this poll. Poll, go away. You're blocking all of my chat on my other screen. I can't see anything with it there. It's so weird how it pops up on my other screen. Because it blocks like 2/3 of the visible chat. So I have to like close the poll to even see it. Hello Mark, hello Chad, hello Bill Warhammer, hello yeah. Hello Logic Slayer, hello Crisp. Hello hello Chad, hello Supernova. Hello Anita. Hello Miss Insane Witch, hello Lester. Hello hello Bill Warhammer, hello hello Ricardo. Hello. When did I say hello to? Hello, Logic Slayer. Hello, Jamie. Hello, Gerudo. Hello, Mr. Z. Hello, Supernova. Hello, Stacy. Hello, everyone who hasn't said hello. Alright, is it 5? Alright, it looks like the poll's getting closer, but it does look like 5 is still winning. Oh, 6 actually tied up with 5. What happened? Why did everyone start voting 6? Oh, no, I think I'm going to go with the OG highest. Actually, they're almost all even right now. If someone goes votes for 4 right now, it'll be a 3-way tie. Oh, gosh. Yeah, I guess we'll go with 5. It was the original highest. Alright, let's see. 5 it is. Oh! We got it! It is in. Oh, someone did do 4 right at the end. That's funny. By the end, it was even percent on everything. But 5 was the original highest, and we got it. Nice. Alright, let's go ahead and extra code. Nice. And of course we get 120 Dragonite from this for free. To go on to all the Dragonite we got last weekend from the Vault event weekend. Yeah, perfect thing. Well, except that room was not an ideal one. Ideally that would have been some Sapphires, but yeah, perfect. Get our Dragonite. Let me go hand out a code. We'll hand out 2 codes, one right now and one in a little bit. So I'm starting to run low on codes. We're definitely handing out 1 per day unless like something big happens like that. Because I am actually running really low. Alright, there you go. There is the redeem code. Enjoy. Alright, next order of business. Let's finish out every other daily since we're kind of on a daily streak, and then we'll just spend a ton of time in Tower of Doom, I think. So, Adventure Board, I have to do anyways, because one of my tasks is to go do all of it. But we got 2 really good ones. We have 2 Imperials with, one with brown deeds and one with yellow deeds, so pretty solid. We'll make up for the fact that we got Donna to 30 star today. So another one down on the fully max list. I still feel like the upcoming patch, 8.0, is going to be something to extend out kingdoms. Because we're starting to get way too many kingdoms that are like true max. And I feel like they're going to do something to add like an extra progression system onto that in some way. I don't think they're going to increase the power level necessarily, though. I think it's going to be some kind of brand new mechanic that we have no clue what it could even be. Because we basically have 2 upgrade systems now. I feel like they're just going to add a 3rd. Because obviously we have the 30-star kingdom, or, you know, the 30-star system. We have the level 20 system. And then, you know, they're probably going to add like a 3rd system on top of that or something. What that would entail, who knows? We're starting to get to the point where every kingdom can be 30-starred. Not everyone, obviously, but, you know, increasingly more of them are reaching the 30-star point. Where's Isabel? Probably playing Pally, if I had to guess. Probably. Yeah, they could technically do the boss rarity of red. I kind of hope they don't, though. There's a chance they could extend to like 35 or 40 power level. But honestly, I would really like if the final star stayed as that bright cyan color, rather than like red or something else that they might do after red. You're setting up our PC. Yeah, this summer I'm going to be looking into finally getting my new setup. Because this summer will be the 11 years of that one side computer. And it's about time to replace it. Like the current computer, we're using our side computer. I didn't have a proper actual tower. Because I've been using laptops for a while now. I haven't had like a proper tower in like 2 decades now. I was mentioning it earlier. The last tower I've had was like 2003. Technology has evolved quite a bit in 20 years. I would sure hope so. I said hello, Sushi Ninja. Welcome, welcome. Oh, come on. We're like 4 short of finishing out that thing. Tower of Doom, no worries. We'll be seeing you soon. Actually, are we seeing you now? Is that officially everything? I think that's officially everything, not counting Underspire that we're obviously stalling until a little bit later this week as we have been. But yeah, I think that is everything. Guess I'm forgetting one. Let me go through one last check. Adventure board, check. Campaign, about to be checked. Events, we're about to do it. Kingdom Pass, check. Daily thingy, check. There's nothing else here, check. Other than Underspire, but we already bought the torches. And then the only other thing was PvP, which we did finish earlier. Alright, perfect. Alright, yeah, it's time to go do a ton of Tower of Doom. We're going to use every last sigil we have until we run out. That is the game plan. Alright, let's go do it. Event. Oh yeah, I need to go get the team. Let me go get the team real quick. We'll be running, of course, a brand new team that we've never seen before. It's called Stellarix Takshaka. Let's see. Yeah, we'll take power, I guess. Oh no, how's our power looking? Am I gonna be one of the people who jip all the power? I might be. I might be that guy this week. I see it's becoming slightly more popular to do. I'm seeing a lot of zeros. Is everyone just ditching powers these days? Am I about to join the ditch power crew? Also, apparently we're only scouted up to this point because we have 4 people tied at 64. Wait, is that exactly 25 completion this week? I assume so. No, it's a little bit deeper. We have up to 26 technically. That's kind of funny. Because we have a 4-way tie right there, which shows that that's obviously how far we have scouted at the moment. I don't know, it seems like it's becoming more common to skip power. I'm going to join the skip power crew. Because this one buff that they have was from floor 26. You can tell too because of the 25 number there, instead of it being 24. Yeah, I guess we'll join the skip power crew. I personally haven't ever done a whole week where we skipped power. Oh, so hello, Bill Warhammer. Hello, Ginky. Let's see. Oh, she just haven't been getting enough sleep? Yeah. Honestly, I need to catch up on it. Remember last night when I said it would probably crash if I tried staying up to go record the video? Well, I tried staying up to record the video and then crashed, so that checked out. I should have just went to sleep. Video probably would have been out like a few hours earlier, but not that big a deal. But, yeah, I crashed. I said it would happen, and then I still did it anyways, and exactly what I said would happen happened. Which is to be expected. Hello, Cookie! Welcome, welcome. Anyways, let's start doing Tower of Doom. What are we doing? So I think we're going to skip powers for once. I don't think I've ever done a week where I've skipped every power. This will give us on average about like 5 to 6 more sigils that we won't have to use on side rooms. It mostly just makes it so there's just slightly less battles we have to do overall. It doesn't give the guild slightly less stats, but they have such a diminishing return that it's not really that big a deal. I think our guild as a whole can live without like 5 extra stats. Plus our contribution for how high it is would barely even be like a 1/4 of a stat. So I think we're going to skip it for the first time ever. Yeah, we can actually see exactly how many it saves. Let's see. It would save us 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Where's the rest of it? 6. It would save. Oh, I was pretty much right on the money there. It would save us 6 sigils over the course of the next few days. That can go towards progressing, which means on average we would get Tower of Doom completed 1 day earlier if I skip every power. Which honestly sounds worth it for how little we get in return for them. Yeah, we'll skip them for once. And obviously we've been skipping Haste lately. Haste technically give us more battles, but they effectively only give you about 1/3 of, or 1/4 of a sigil in a sense. Because they refund your 1 sigil, but they move you closer to getting the Vow Raven, which happens roughly every 4-ish or so fights here, give or take a bit. So yeah, for skipping power, that's all we need. So 4 for the unlock, move forward, and go from there. Of course, we got to make sure we use the Doomed Impaler for every single team this week. Regardless of what you're using, if you have Stellarix or not, or anything else like this or not, you definitely have to be building entirely around Doomed Impaler. Aside from it being a really good weapon, you have to use it for double points. Any fight that you do that has a Doom in it will get double points. Theoretically, you could do it on, you could not use it on the ones that don't. But then you have to keep always remembering on the Doom fight to switch it back, so you make sure you get 2 Dooms instead of 1. Or sorry, that's not the right thing. 2 Dooms instead of 1. Those are 2 sigils. That's 2 Dooms. Not to be confused with each other. Anyways, let's keep moving forward. Oh, is your birthday coming up, Kinky? Wait, whose birthday was it? Wait, I'm missing some important chat. Let's see. You're gonna have to sing for me on Sunday. It's your birthday incoming? Nice! Yeah, we'll definitely have to sing happy birthday to you on Sunday. Yeah, we'll probably be streaming 1,000 Year Door during the day. If you want to poke a stir in then, or the Gems of War stream obviously at night when we are normally around. We'll be around per usual. Could sing it right after we go over the weekly spoilers or something next Sunday, if you're around by then. Yeah, just let me know. We'll be around all day, so well, I assume you'd want to do it during the Gems of War stream. Let's see. Alright, we'll go for this one. She's 69 years old. I don't think she's that old. Honestly, I completely forget what the number was. Do it for both? I don't mind. Yeah, just poke whenever. Because we'll be streaming most of the day, probably on Sunday. Assuming we haven't finished 1,000 Year Door yet. Which I don't think we will by then. Last I recall, it shouldn't be a game we can finish in 3 streams. Maybe it is. I don't remember. I haven't played in ages. But last I recall, it's longer than 3 streams. We'll be doing it on Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. But even after that, I don't think it's going to be done yet. Especially if they added any new content, which I'm not sure if they did. Run a co-op stream during the birthday. If you lose the weapon, do you still get double points? Yes. Actually, I believe that's the case in every single game mode. I can't think of a single exception for it. Any troop that gives you extra multiplayer on start of battle, because they do it at start of battle, will always give you the points, even if you lose them during the fight. So for Bounty Hunter, you still get the Bounty Hunter points this weekend when your Bounty Hunter troops die. For something like Tower of Doom, you still get the double multiplier even if your weapon dies. There are modes where you lose like a small amount of points for things dying. But in every mode that has a multiplier based on, you know, using specific troops, as long as you start with those troops, you will always get the full multiplier. So yes, if it dies, you still get the points. So you can use it as your frontline tank and it won't matter. The only thing that matters for Tower of Doom is that you use the Doom weapon and that you don't die. And that if there's a Val Raven in the battle, you kill it before it runs away. As long as you do that, you'll be able to maximize on everything. Also, it feels so weird skipping power. I'm not used to skipping power, but yeah, we're going to be skipping it this week for once. Seems like half the guild is anyway, so might as well join them. The Dawnhart nerf before the release was so disappointing. Yeah, to some degree it makes sense, because before it was going to be better than the buff they did to gosh, what's his name? Guard's Avatar. So it makes sense that they nerfed it. But I do feel like they over-nerfed it a bit. Would have been cool if they had like a 2-to-1 like Guard's Avatar does. But yeah, they did nerf him pretty hard. Where the only use case you would ever use him is if you don't have Guard's Avatar. As after his changes, he's basically weaker Guard's Avatar, as well as weaker Rowain. So there's just no use case for it unless you just need him. Or like if you want to use Guard's Avatar but don't have him, he's like the only alternative for him. And even then, if you're allowed to use anything, Rowain is still stronger. He gains more of a benefit from magic compared to Rowain, gaining 4 damage instead of 1. But the amount of benefit he gains from armor is effectively like, what, 1.3 or something? Because he has a 1-to-3 ratio, but he's hitting 4 things, so he's getting that 1-to-3 ratio 3 times. So it's basically like a 1.33 ratio, in a sense, compared to Rowain that has a 2 times ratio. So if you're looking at it purely from overall damage output, Rowain is hitting harder. Like as far as gaining benefit from armor boost ratio. But he does get more of a benefit from magic, so in some niche situations he is better. But I feel like most quick kill teams would still use Rowain over him. Mostly due to its accessibility, but also because it's still stronger in a lot of situations. But anyways, you also have to keep in mind he overkills too. Unlike Rowain that will perfectly distribute damage, he can overkill. So for example, if he's about to hit something for, let's say, 60 damage, but they only have like 35 life left, you just wasted 25 of his damage. Whereas when you cast Rowain, you don't waste any of the damage at all. Does Consort of Darkness work on the Doom? No. The Doom has an insta-kill. So you can't insta-kill it. Alright, haste, we can skip. Well, a lot of rooms that only have 1, even though they technically have multiple. A lot of really skippable ones. You don't care about the Kingdom Pass, it doesn't excite you much. Yeah, the only big issue with the Kingdom Pass is basically a glorified loot system. You can actually completely ignore the Kingdom Pass a lot of times and just get everything later. In the case of new kingdoms, you generally do want to do it, at least the free side. because that weapon generally becomes money locked in the future. But I'm pretty sure the one that they're adding for Whitehelm will be completely available through Soulforge, like next Whitehelm event. Not next week's Whitehelm event, but you know, the Whitehelm event like months from now. Like that Whitehelm event, you'd be able to just go simply get the weapon then from Soulforge. All that the Kingdom Pass really is early access to everything. You just get everything a few months earlier than people who don't buy the pass. But most of the content isn't even that useful, so you're basically just doing it for the resources and for the slight early access on pretty average, underwhelming troops and weapons. I'll say the weapons aren't horrible. They're just so situational that aside from a Whitehelm event week, you're probably never really using them. I still got the Kingdom Pass every single time. Mostly so we can actually show the content, but also because, honestly, the resources relative to money spent is a pretty good ratio. They even buffed it this time around, compared to in the past. Okay, I'm going to take the Luckies, though. Mostly because I don't plan to go above 25. So I got to at least slack a little bit less and go for all the Luckies. Because how many Luckies we have, we're probably going to get like 6 extra, or even 7, because there's some Lucky over there. So yeah, I think I'll do that. I'll go up to 26. And get that lucky this week then. So we're not slacking as much on them. But anyways, what floor are we on? 8. Let's see. So for this I just need 4 and 2 then. Which are both the top 2. Yeah, with the bit of rework that they did to the Kingdom Pass, I'm kind of surprised they didn't add any deed book to the free side. They added a couple deeds and Imperials to the free side, but no deed book. A little unfortunate given how rare they are these days, as they've kind of always been. Like, deeds and Imperials still move you closer, but, you know, not quite the same as a whole deed book. Yeah, I do feel like the free side could use a little bit of a buff for Kingdom Pass. At least for something like Campaign, you get some pretty juicy loot throughout, including deed books and the such. But the free side of Kingdom Pass, hey, I don't really get much. You still get a handful of loot, but the difference between paid and free is a lot more stark for that compared to, like, Campaign. Alright, we did that. Let's see, we just need 3. I feel like we're breezing through these this time around. Though in all fairness, we have literally the exact meta of the game to go use. So, kind of makes sense that this is just destroying everything. It's almost impossible to even have a better team for this at the moment. Also, hello, goodbye, Mr. Sandwich. Hope you have a good night. Thanks for stopping by. Yeah, this is just so free this week if you have this team. Obviously, there are plenty of red teams that are strong out there. We were kind of mentioning some for the video, but yeah, Stellar Shaka is just so good. Obviously, normally would be using like Wand or something here, but hey, even more damage pressure, I guess. I like we're really going to need the effects of Wand. We don't really need a Curse much, and Bless... Like, there's nothing we need to use Bless on. And Curse would only be relevant if they have Submerge for some reason. I feel like almost none of these fights really have Submerge. Unlike something like Underworld, where you actually find it quite a bit because of that one perk. As far as Tower of Doom, there really isn't much. Which allows this team to go through without really much of a struggle. Alright, we got our 1 there. What was the other one? 4 and 3, so we'll take out this guy. Alright, we're almost halfway there already. Just double check that we don't have an extra one here. Nope, looks good to go. Yeah, Tower of Doom, out of every weekly event and their current scaling, if you have a coordinated guild, Tower of Doom is actually the easiest to complete event in the game. For two reasons. One is it has one of the deepest buy-ins that you have to do, tier 4. So you're getting the most amount of sigils for it compared to other things that have closer to like a tier 2 or tier 3 buy-in. But the other thing that makes it so easy is the way that Tower of Doom is scaled assumes your guild doesn't perfectly communicate scouting everything. If you do, like this or any other similar format, like actually communicate with your guild where all the rooms are, it is by far the quickest to complete guild week-long event of anything in the game. By quite a margin. Alright, we have 2 and 3 here. Like, on average, I feel like as a guild, we finish most events by, like, Saturday or Sunday in the current state of the game. Whereas this event's normally done by, like, Wednesday. Sometimes even Tuesday. Like, I can go check it right now. I'm pretty sure we're already at, like, the 12th or 13th reward or something. It's only day 1. There's probably some people who still have 0 battles and we're already, like, nearly done. Alright, maybe not as far, but we're still pretty deep. I thought we were, like, somewhere, like, right here. Or we're right there. It's probably because we have several zeros, though. Yeah, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Oh, no wonder why. 10, 11, 12. We have 12, basically 13 zeros. So that would explain why we're not that far. If those weren't 0, then yeah, we would be over there. We'd be like right there or so. Yeah, I didn't really put into account that half the guild is at 0 right now. But of course, by the end of the week, that won't be the case. Let's see. What do we have here? We have 2 and 3. Did I do the other one yet? 2 and 3. Do you think the update is for tomorrow? No. While it's not impossible we get an update tomorrow, the most likely time is going to be 3 Tuesdays from now. In 2 weeks and 1 day. The time between the 2 campaigns. There is a small chance it could be tomorrow, but the most realistic time is 2 weeks and 1 day from now. Which would be, what date is that? That would be the 4th of June. Is the most likely time for next patch to occur. There's no confirmation that's on that day, but it is the most likely date at this point. But yeah, it's not impossible that it is tomorrow. I just feel like if they're doing a preview video for it, we would probably have already known by it by now. Well, if they drop a preview video sometime tomorrow morning or afternoon, we'll know. But I don't think we will be. But you never know, it's not impossible. It's just if it's this close between a campaign transition, they've been loving to do it between the campaigns lately. So we're likely going to do it like that again. It's been quite a theme they've been going for. Is the between campaign patch. Yeah, we got our nice little Valraven there. Gosh, we're almost gonna be done with today. You know, it's nice skipping almost every single room that isn't needed for progression. Why'd I do that? We could have had enough damage with Tuck Shaka. But oh well. Alright, we're halfway there. Of course, the later half does take a little bit longer. No, not much when we're using a team like this. When I say a little bit longer, I mean a little bit. This team is barely going to be slowed by them having slightly higher stats. Is honestly probably one of the freest Tower of Dooms we've had in a while. As far as where the current meta is relative to what we can run. Because actually, isn't this the first time we've been able to run Stellarex Tuck Shaka for Tower of Doom? I'm pretty sure it is. Because I'm pretty sure previous Tower of Doom was a color that we couldn't run this team. And the previous one before then, I don't think we had Tuck Shaka yet. So I'm pretty sure this is actually the first Tower of Doom. It definitely feels like it is, because I don't remember Tower of Doom ever being this absurdly easy. Like, it was never, like, too hard. But, this is way too easy now. Also because of the current state of Stellarix. Because I'm pretty sure we had access to Stellarix last time, but not double Takshaka into Stellarix. It takes that long to get 50% of the bugs out of the release. True. Yeah, I can only imagine what ends up happening next patch with the bugs. Because next patch should be whatever they're doing with the, what's it called system? The Alliance system. And you know that's not going to be stable, whatever it is. But I am curious to see what it will be next patch. As well as the new currency, as well as the new things we could spend them on. Because at that point, I might eventually go dump all my gold marks into pets. As much as it will pain me to not put them into deeds. Or, you know, into deed books, the random deed books. We do eventually need those pets, and if they're not going to be added through any other means, we might just dump it on it. Still kind of want to put them all in deed books, though. I kind of want to almost do it now in case they're going to, like, redo the value on, like, that one offer. Just because of how good it is relative to any other offer right now. I don't feel like they would do that, but you never know. I just can't really think of what else they could possibly add for gold marks that would be better than one deed book every 100. Like, they'd have to add something pretty juicy for cheap to be better than one deed book every 100 gold marks. It looks like we're going to make it slightly further than halfway through Tower of Doom. Not too bad for the first day. Should have it done by Wednesday. At the current rate. By then, the entire guild will probably be done with the event as well. So then we'll truly be done with it by Wednesday. Us personally and the guild at whole. Or at large, I mean. The ledger says it was yellow, then brown, then purple. So yeah, yellow would have been pre... Wait, no, we had yellow last time? Wait, really? Wait, April's Tower of Doom was yellow? Why don't I remember running Takshaka Stellarix then? Because that would have existed. Did I just not build it? Wait, what team did we run last yellow time? Wait. Or did we run it and I just didn't realize it because it was just obliterated so quickly? I don't recall running Stellarix Takshaka for a Tower of Doom. Thought this was the first time. Yeah, maybe we did last event. Oh no, I think it would have been, right? I think it came out either last month or the month before that. So it should have been released by then. Because this month's mythic was that one construct guy. Which means even if it was last month, we would have had Takshaka by then. I can't remember if it was March or April at this point, but regardless, it wouldn't matter if that was the date of the event. Anyways. Right, we did that, move forward. Looks like we might almost be able to make it to level 20. If we get 2 more Vow Ravens. Which, depending on where our heroisms and fireballs are, we might technically be able to finish by tomorrow, guys. I don't think we ever got a Tuesday completion on it yet. But since we're kind of skipping a few things, we almost might. We definitely would if we went for every haste. But skipping the haste allows us just to get it one day later. So not really worth taking them. Like, if we were, like, helping with scouting and stuff, they would matter a bit more. Hey, we have our heroism right there. Perfect. How many fireballs are we up to? Only one? But we're getting, like, another 2 or so. Alright, we're at 17. So that's just a 3. Hello, Tiger! Welcome, welcome. Once you get down to 40 mythics needed, what is the best strategy? Overall, there's a couple ways you can go about it. One of the better strategies is look at any kingdoms you're missing more than 1 mythic and save those for event keys. You generally shouldn't be event keying something that you only need 1 mythic for if you can help it. You should be trying to do it in locations where you need at least 2 mythics still. And given how many mythics you need, there is likely at least still 1 location where you'd still need at least 2. So any location you need 2 or more mythics, save those for event keys. Diamond all the better mythics that you only need 1 more to finish out the kingdom. If you even have any better mythics with only 40 remaining. And try to prioritize not doing the ones that don't count for kingdom upgrades. So for example, you can just ignore all the apocalypse ones until all the way at the end and stuff like that. But that's pretty much a strategy. Event key every location that you still need 2 or more mythics. Diamond all the better ones that are associated to kingdoms. And save things like apocalypse for absolute dead last. Beyond that, it's basically just luck. Let's see. That and gets farming a lot of diamonds. Doing so during like vault events and stuff is a good time to do so. Like we just had last weekend. Or opening all your vault keys that you got from them. Because diamonds play a really big role in the final push to getting all mythics. Because of course every single 4,000 diamonds is any mythic of choice. Which cuts out all the RNG factor. And obviously, of course, if you haven't been already, definitely should be getting every new mythic that ever comes out every month. Via gem keys or seal keys. That's pretty much a given at that many mythics. That's something you should start doing once you have like more than half the mythics in the game. But definitely when you're in the final stretch, got to be getting every single one, the new ones. This is the easiest time to ever get a mythic is right when it releases, the release week of one. Oh, pet. I think I already have this maxed, but I'm still going to check it. It is maxed. Always worth checking, you never know. Alright, let's go finish out Tower of Doom. Let's see. Oh, so let me go hand out the other code. I still haven't yet. We handed out the first code when we ended up getting the perfect dungeon today. But we haven't done the other one yet, so let me go do that. There you guys go. Enjoy! Alright, so, what are we doing? What are we doing? Where are we at? 18. Alright, we got a fireball, a heroism. Wow, this is such a good floor. It's almost like a perfect floor. Oh, so we have a double power on next floor. Good thing we're skipping them. And we got a 3, a 4, and a 5. So where's our Valraven? We should be getting one here. That'll be enough to finish out this floor if we get a Valraven. And if we don't get one, we won't be able to yet. Oh no! Not that big a deal if it doesn't happen though. And we got a fireball. I'm not sure why I'm double checking to make sure I do the right one. The main reason I do that, if you ever wonder why I double check before doing that, it is generally best to take the unlock last. This is not required, but the reason why you want to take every good room that you intend to do before you take the unlock is if you take the unlock before you finish all the other rooms, there's a small chance you will go click and move on to the next floor rather than finishing all the other good rooms. So one way to negate that is always take your unlock scroll last. It's actually why we have it divided up this way. If you notice in every single one of these, the unlock is all the way at the end. And this is mostly just to make sure you don't accidentally misclick on the do fight. Like right now, if we already had it done, we could accidentally misclick this and go do a battle. But since we don't have it, it's not possible to misclick it. But there we go. Alright, should be able to finish out Tower of Doom in the next day or two. Probably 2 days, so we'll have it done by Wednesday. And hopefully the rest of the guild will also be able to have it done by then. Alright, we got nothing from that, but still got all the other rewards to go get. Anyways, with that all out of the way, I don't know, I guess we do some PvP farming. I technically already did the PvP daily off stream, but obviously we still need to do more PvP this week, so I guess we'll go poke PvP a little bit. I think I still have the buff from earlier too, so we're still getting the full buff without even needing to go do the battles. As the 5-hour buff is still going until now. Gosh, that 5-hour buffs last forever. It is still going. 5 hours is so long. I don't quite get the point of why they last so long. Like, I almost wish they lasted for an entire day or something similar. Which is even longer than that. But I don't know, 5 hours is just a really weird time frame. Because how many people are realistically sitting down and doing the full 5-hour buff there? I guess it's meant to be like you're supposed to do it throughout the day, but then if that's the case, 5 hours is really short. If it's supposed to be like, oh, you're supposed to do it here and there throughout the day. Like 5 hours is going to be like one session, maybe 2 sessions if you're just playing a few minutes here and there. Oh yeah, also we got this tarot card, by the way. It does nothing. Worded within a lot of extra words. But all it does is nothing per cast. It's one of those useless tarot cards. Oh, also, we finally bought the Kingdom Pass. I've been putting it off for forever. But we finally bought it. And, oh, we can't get the pet maxed yet. The goose on a magic wand thing. Also, what on earth is that pet? Got herself like a magic goose. Monty. Is that a reference to anything? Is there some kind of IP where a goose is called Monty? I feel like that's a reference to something that I do not get. I'm trying to think what that's a reference to. Anyways. Oh yeah, also this useless mythic. It's not as bad as Fallen Valdis, but it's based on Fallen Valdis, so it's pretty horrible. Though, luckily it's not a 1-to-1, so it is actually slightly stronger than Fallen Valdis. But it's the closest I've gotten to adding an alternative Fallen Valdis, which is absurdly weird because it's so bad. Also, why did I still not buff the extended loot here? I almost refuse to get this better pass until they do something about that. This loot is still so bad for the extra stuff. They've reworked it like once or twice and it's still horrible. Luckily for the tower thing, or not the tower, the Kingdom Pass, at least the buffs they made to this loot over here is honestly not that bad. But anyways, let's go do a little bit of PvP. We're going to need to do more throughout the week, so might as well do some now. Currently we have done, how much? We finished all dailies for it, and we're currently at 1.6k. Alright, we can either do yellow or maintain our sanity. I'll take maintain sanity. I was like, hello, Defiant. Welcome, welcome. We went away to the dragon last yellow, Stellarix, Dragon Guard. Oh, okay. Interesting. I didn't go down the Takshaka route. I think I did it because I wanted to try something new because we were just running so much Stellarix team like every single day forever. So I think I did that because I didn't want to just run another just Stellarix Takshaka team as we do for basically everything these days. I'm trying not to. There's just too much. It's just too strong. Like, if you have it and you're not running it in a mode where you can, you're literally just hindering yourself for no reason. I do hope something with that changes in the future. Not even necessarily in the sense of nerfing Stellarix, but, I don't know, something so we have at least one other viable team. At least let us have, like, 2 or 3 teams to choose from. To some degree we do for, like, higher level content. There's obviously, like, Zolgoth, Iron Gut, Quick Kill, stuff like that. For really low level range, we still have Rowain Quick Kill, Guard's Avatar Quick Kill, which actually got a buff as of today. And similar stuff to like that. Obviously at the super low range, you run Dust Devil Quick Kill with Iron Hawk. Like, there are other viable teams, but in the category of you're allowed to use absolutely anything, in super endgame, there's basically 5 total teams in the game right now. And that's it. And those 5 teams just cover all the level ranges, from absurdly low to absurdly high. Oddly enough, Stellarix is not the absurdly high range. He kills out everything in the middle to upper range, but he's actually not used at the super upper range. It's just most things that you do in the game on a day-to-day basis are not the super absurdly high range. You'll know you're at the super absurdly high range because that's when you need to start running insta-kill. Like, if you have to cast Stellaryx like 5 times in a fight, or even 4 times, you're probably at the super high range, where you probably shouldn't be running him. But for everything else, like 3-shot or lower, he's still absurdly good. But there does eventually get a point where stats get so high that running Zolgoth, Iron Gut, Catheric, stuff like that becomes more viable. Hello, Sonny! Welcome, welcome. Hello, Jamie, if I didn't already say that. Welcome, welcome. I'll catch you later, Sonny. Thanks for leaving a like. Have a good week. Thanks for stopping by. Supernova, I just noticed your other comment. That's funny. Somehow missed that. Alright, let's go try a couple of the yellow ones. Until we get so tired of it that we don't want to run them anymore. Actually, you know what we should go do? How many Volkies are we at? I should go open until we have 300 Volkies remaining. I keep forgetting. We just had a Vault weekend. I was going to go open them this week. We start cracking some open. How many are we at? I want to open until we have 300 left. Alright, let's go open 18 Volkies. Let's go end out the stream opening 18 Volkies. Perfect. I'm not sure if I'm going to try opening all of them this week. Obviously, we have like a whole month to use them, so I'm not really in a rush, but... Yeah, we just had a Vault event. Let's go open some of them. See what we get. Alright, tonight's not the good night, I see. Starting off very strong with weak stuff. It's going to be one of those nights where we get like negative loot. In all fairness, we just got the Lovers. If we needed that, that would be absurdly good. I believe that's what you need to craft Dawnbringer. I mean, not Dawnbringer, I mean Wand. So far, we have gotten 2 green orbs and a useless tarot card we don't need. Well, it's not a useless tarot card, but you know, once you already have it, it's useless. It's technically one of the best tarot cards in the game as far as what it can craft into. Alright, some event keys, switching things up a little. Though I don't really need event keys anymore. Gem keys are actually more valuable, even if it's a smaller amount. Even though event keys are worth more. Oh, there's the diamond buff. Someone was mentioning earlier they're trying to finish all the mythics in the game. Gosh, 64 diamonds from one single drop. I wish I still needed diamonds. Diamonds actually become useless when you have every mythic in a game. As their main use case is to get every mythic, which is obviously generally something that's really useful for an absurdly long time. And one of the more sought-after resources. But it just falls off a cliff once you finally have every mythic. Because then you realize, wait, there's nothing else to use them on. It's just for obtaining every mythic. Which is obviously very strong, but, you know, you do eventually reach a point where you have every mythic. It takes a while, but you do eventually get there. And when you do, gosh, do diamonds become useless. Unless you want to start getting like 2 of every mythic, or 3 of every mythic, or 4 of every mythic. Which is something we haven't actually tried doing yet. I really should go get 2 of every mythic in case there's ever a point where 2 of them are meta. These are some very niche situations where I try putting a second one onto a team and then realize, oh wait, I only have 1. I feel like if they don't add anything new to use diamonds on by next year, I think one of our side goals for next year would be to passively get a second copy of every mythic in the game. So if there's ever a single instance where it's like, oh, 2 is like maybe occasionally usable for this, like some kind of super niche thing, like let's say like Rashka, like pure Rashka team. Maybe there's like an instance where one of those mythics is like doubled up and it's not horrible. Stuff like that. Things you would literally use as a one-off thing for like one event week for one mode, but it could save us like 20 minutes over the course of the week or something. They're just diamonds sitting there anyways, might as well save some time in the future. We got a major purple, nice. You picked up a dupe sentinel last weekend? Oh no! Yeah, I'm still on my dry streak. 5 months without seeing one. I'm starting to think they don't exist. Oh, we got a pet orb. We don't give out extra code for small one. The small one is still nice. It's one of those loots in the good category, but not ultra good category. What is the average time for a merchant to give the option for Dragonite? Oh, I have no clue. I'm not sure what the weighting is on them. I never really kept track of specifically Dragonite. If I had to guess, he gives it about twice an hour. Assuming you're running like Dust Devil Quick Kill. Though a pretty similar amount if you're running like Rowan Quick Kill or something. But yeah, I would say it's about 2 per hour. Though I have no clue what the exact rate is. That's something I personally never tried tracking exactly. Well, I have gotten Dragonite from him before to finish out the Diamantina grind. I never really kept like exact track of what the hourly rate was. But yeah, I would say about 2 an hour, give or take. Is that all of them? Oh, tribute ready. Ah, perfect timing. How many Volkeys are we down to? Oh, no, one more. Okay, the final Volkey. You're 1,660 Dragonite away from Stellarix? Nice. Yeah, it's pretty much, what, another week? Assuming you're buying daily Dragonite? Yeah, you'll definitely have it before the end of the campaign. Yeah, we got the wand at the end. And some gems. Ah, there we go. Overall, pretty meh. Not horrible. I guess it's just out on the average side. Oh, we didn't pull any of the bigger drops. Anyways, guys, I think we might end up... gosh, I cannot speak right now. I think we'll end up ending it there for now. We'll be back tomorrow, same time as always, 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Main focus of tomorrow will definitely be Alithia faction, of course. That and progressing a bit further in PvP. Maybe even try getting all the way to 5.7k so we can go run the full hour on Wednesday. And do that on Wednesday then, so we can start doing Underspire starting on Thursday. Oh yeah, small heads up. I do have the dentist thing this Thursday. While there is a good chance we will be streaming Thursday night, there is a small chance we won't be. But hey, if we happen to not be, at least it's not 3 Wednesdays in a row. Because this time it's on a Thursday. Though we probably will be streaming on Thursday. It's really early in the morning, so it's very unlikely that I would be able to do it by then. So we should be fine by the time we stream. Aside from that, yeah, just make sure to be doing your daily new event thing for the current, not that. Well, I guess do that too, but as far as the current Kingdom Pass, as there's only 1 day of leeway, so you want to make sure. I didn't actually do it this stream because we already did it off stream because I needed the troop for the video so that we could 30-star Whitehelm. But yeah, do make sure to be doing this every single day. Main way that you do is just go to explore and just kill it quickly. It's as simple as just bringing whatever quick kill team you currently want to run. Go to your nearest good location to go kill it. Click the auto win button or buttons and rinse and repeat until you have all 10 of them on a given day. Also, 20 damage Dust Devil does one-shot the new guy. So that Battle Crasher that occurs when he does appear in a fight, he can be one-shotted with the Dust Devil Triple Ironhawk team. So it is very free this week if you have the Dust Devil team to go get the current... gosh, I will eventually click the right thing to get the Kingdom Battle Crasher done. But even without it, it's still pretty easy. So hello, Bear Razor. What were you mentioning? That commander pet is the stabby pet. Oh yeah, I saw that earlier. I think I upvoted your comment thing when I saw it on the video too. I think you commented it. But yeah, that sword pet that we got from the Kingdom Pass. This was actually in the files since, gosh, I want to say like 5, 6, 7 years ago. But yeah, this one's been in the files for ages. It was originally, I believe, down as the Guardian troops, which I don't think ever ended up getting a pet. But I ended up just repurposing it for Commander Dawnheart. Yeah, this one has been one of those few pets that have been out for like absurd ages. There's actually a whole category of them that we can actually see if we go over to Terran's World. If we go over to terransworld.com, We can actually see all of them right over here. So if I go right over here, terransworld.com, there's actually about a dozen pets that are in the category of they've existed forever. The easiest way to tell is look at their pet number. So obviously a modern pet right here, we're at like 289. Another modern pet's at like 346, 341. However, if you go all the way down, look at this. This is a dwarf at 89 that's never been used for anything. We have a bird at 177 not used for anything. We have this cat from 112. Oh yeah, the goose. This was supposed to be the Vault troop, which might get repurposed because the Guardian one did. This was originally supposed to be for the Vault Kingdom that obviously is not a kingdom, but they never even got a bonus thing. But yeah, this goose was one of the original pets they ever added. This like golden goose looking thing. And they have still not used it. Look at its number. It is 44. We're at 300s for most pets nowadays. And this thing is 44. It was in the first batch ever of pets, but was never added because it was supposed to be for the Vault. And similar to that sword that was supposed to be for Guardians, they just never released it. So similarly, they just never released the goose yet. Yeah, we have some really ancient ones. Actually, this is the most ancient one here that hasn't been used. And the kitty. But yeah, this is the most ancient pet that they made literally in the first batch of pets, but have never added to the game. But they will at some point. They added the sword after so long, so they'll do the goose soon too, at some point, eventually. Soon TM. But anyways, that'll wrap it up for now. Hope you all have a wonderful, wonderful rest of your week. I will catch you guys soon. Thank you so much for stopping by. As always, greatly appreciated. Post in Discord that you will or will not be stream on Thursday. Well, I almost guarantee you will be. I just mentioned that because of the small chance it might not happen. But there's like a 98% chance we're streaming on Thursday. I just figured I'd mention it just in case. But no, we're pretty much guaranteed streaming on Thursday. I just figured I'd mention it. The only reason we didn't the other Wednesday was because, well, 2 Wednesdays ago is because I got a tooth pulled. And I need to let the mouth rest. Last Wednesday, it was because it was so late in the day. By the time I got out of there, it was almost like 4:35, like a few hours before the stream. And my mouth was still all numb, so I couldn't really like talk properly or anything. But that's why we weren't around the other 2. The other one that's happening this Thursday is really early in the morning, so it's like unlikely to conflict with anything. But not impossible that it does, so I just figured I'd mention it. But we're streaming on Thursday. It's pretty much guaranteed. But there's a small chance we don't. Technically, there's a small chance we don't every night. You never know. But anyways, guys, hope you all have a wonderful, wonderful week. I'll catch you guys soon. I think I did an outro like 5 times now at this point, but for real this time, I'll catch you guys later. Thanks for stopping by. As always, greatly appreciate it. I'll see you guys later. Goodbye.